Hello everyone, a pleasant day to all of you. My name is Niño Surada, a BSED second-year student in the University of Cebu main campus. In today's video, me and my group mates, namely May Tabal and Robelyn Tabal, are going to present to you the Chapter 7, Lesson 3 of our subject, PHILO 101, which is entitled Ethical Issues Concerning Teaching Profession. One of the greatest resources and strengths in our community and country is our teachers. Teachers are the greatest asset of any education system. They stand as the interface of transmission of knowledge, skills, and values. But we cannot argue the fact that we are facing ethical issues concerning our profession, teaching. And in this vlog, we are going to have a deep dive into some of these issues, and at the same time, we will be providing insights on how to overcome them. So join us in our vlog as we present to you the ethical issues concerning teaching profession. The first issue that we're going to talk about is faking medical certificate. Everyone struggles at the end of semester. Sometimes the stress to meet deadlines or the pressure of sitting exams becomes too difficult for some students. This has led students to forge or falsify medical documents and certificates, or purchase falsified documents online in order to obtain special consideration. While this may not seem particularly serious, it definitely is. Do not, under any circumstances, forge or falsify medical documents in order to obtain special consideration. Remember that falsifying documents is considered fraud and treated far more severely than other academic misconduct, such as plagiarism. If you are caught falsifying medical documents for any reason, you are likely to have your enrollment terminated. There are ways on how to overcome the issue of faking or falsifying medical certificate, and these are: Number 1, the school administrator should only accept the original copy of the medical certificate. The school administration, including the teacher and the principal, should be knowledgeable in distinguishing fake versus real or original medical certificate to avoid being misled. So we have here imposing fine for those who are involved in handling fake medical certificate. Suspension or termination of enrollment is one of those fines. Worst case is you will be sued for doing such act. Then the third one is organizing fitness program for the teachers or even for students. That's why physical education subject is very important, because it gives us the knowledge on how to stay fit, not just physically but also mentally. The next issue that we're going to talk about is inappropriate punishment towards students. And the first one we have here is kneeling on frozen peas. Students are forced to kneel for hours at a time on frozen peas, corn, or rice with their hands raised in the air. One student was even expelled from photographing the punishment. Having students kneel for long periods of time in this form has raised some concern. Now let's proceed to strip search. In 2003, in Arizona, school ordered the strip search of one of their students, claiming she'd been accused by carrying illegal drugs. After a search of her school bag and other belongings bore no evidence, the principal instructed the school nurse to strip the girl to her bra and underwear. No drugs were found, and the girl's parent sued the school. The next one that we have here is paddling. This means to hit a child on the bottom with a short, wide piece of wood as a punishment. Next is isolation room. It is used for students they have deemed to have behavioral issues or disabilities. There were reports that some teachers left children in the room for hours, sometimes forgetting they were even there. The next one is gagged, or this means to put something in someone's mouth to prevent them from speaking. Let us now move on to the ways on how to overcome the issue concerning inappropriate punishment towards students. The first one that we have here is punishment must be made by the considerations of two teachers. Different punishment for different misbehavior based on the school's guidelines, and parents' agreement for teacher to punish their children in proper ways.
Good morning, everyone. This is April May Tabal, and I'm going to discuss the continuation of ethical issues concerning teaching profession. The next ethical issues concerning teaching profession that we have is cooperation between colleagues, lack of cooperation between teachers, bullies between senior teacher and new teacher. This issue between colleagues is not new to all of us, or should I say, it is very common in any areas of work, like for example, a group of veteran teachers and a group of fresh graduate teachers. In teaching, we cannot deny the fact that those two parties will create conflict towards their experiences, trainings, and achievements, and so on. Conflict situations are quite frequent reality in every organization, including school, even though it is a hidden reality by the teachers and school administrators. These conflicts affect the quality of learning environment as well as the teacher's performance, and it also indirectly affects the student's performance. These are the ways on how to overcome the issue about cooperation between colleagues. First, we have every teacher needs to practice openness between colleagues. So the teachers themselves should be friendly to their fellow teachers and show respect no matter how long they have been teaching or in relation to work experience. Next, we have every work should be divided equally among teachers. The task should not be only given to the new teachers or even to the senior teachers. They should rule fairness in their office for a peaceful working environment. Lastly, we have older teachers should put away their ego towards new teachers. So the senior teachers should set as an example and help their juniors to learn techniques for effective teaching instead of backstabbing each other. They should possess teamwork since the future of the student is what they are aiming for. So another ethical issues concerning teaching profession is misuse of public facilities provided in school. In this issue, there are a lot of public facilities that have been obviously used, both social and material facilities, like for example, social facilities and internet-based facilities like online lesson planning. It has been abused by the teachers because a lot of them will not study because they already have the online lesson planning. Teachers become dependent to the use of online platforms and technology. Studies show that school facilities have an impact on the overall school experience of the students and teachers. According to an article by Penn State University, school facilities affect teachers' recruitment and retention. More importantly, they also affect the health, behavior, and engagement of the students, though adequate facilities make it easier for the school to deliver better education. These are some examples of misused public facilities provided in school. First, we have Planboard. Planboard is an online tool designed to help educators simplify their planning. The site allows teachers to save and share calendars and schedule, making it easy to reuse these plans in the future. With the help of Planboard, you can create lessons with a modern and insightful editor, add in files, photos, and videos to bring your lesson to life. And you can also build lesson templates to cut preparation time. You can also access incredible resources from your colleagues with only a few clicks, share and import lessons right within your planner, archive and PDF your lessons for offline sharing with ease, and you can also assess with a grade book that features both summative and formative assessment. Planboard embraces various forms of assessment including criteria-based, anecdotal, conference notes, and learning skills so you get a clear and complete view of demonstrating learning. The next facility that we have is YouTube. So YouTube is so much more than music videos and clips. It contains engaging, informative content at all levels. So this video hosting site gives teachers the opportunity to take students around the world, listen to experts on a topic, or hear an explanation for a new idea. It is also known to be a free site that does not restrict the users to post videos. This makes some videos to be both of violent and explicit content. Certain videos on YouTube are not suitable for all children, particularly teenagers. Even without warnings, these contents could be shown to children. There would be a tendency that the teacher would be dependent on using YouTube videos in presenting the topic to the students. These are the ways to overcome or avoid misuse of public facilities provided by the school. First, the school should provide a user record for each school facilities. We should have a record book for every platform that the teachers will use so that they can have a background or idea to what kind of platform they are using. Second, they can assign a school staff to monitor teachers' activities when using internet. Assigning someone to monitor the internet usage will help control the misuse of school facilities, since they are using the school facilities which is intended for educational use only. In this way, they can track and monitor the website that they are using and identify which of them will be helpful to their profession that will help them grow and improve.
Good morning once again, I'm Robelyn, and I will share the last two ethical issues concerning teaching profession and its way on how to overcome those issues. So the fifth issue is choice of teacher. One of the most common issues seems to be the teacher that a child or a group of children will have the next year. Typically, conflicts arise between the principal, school administration, and children's parents. The principal, school administration, and parents normally collaborate to select the instructor or teacher. A typical outcome of such an issue is that the administrator either reluctantly agrees to the parents' request or makes a blanket statement indicating that parents' opinions on teacher selection for a particular class is not honored. It is not fair to choose without taking the teacher into account. You may be the head, but consider treating your co-worker with respect. This is quite significant, and it leads to lack of teaching motivation. So when we teach, it is important that we have a motivation and we must love our work. So to solve this, we have the ways to overcome this issue. So first, have a discussion with the teacher and have an agreement. Having an agreement is very essential, since in this way we can have a consent on how we deal with the children of every parent. Second is give the teachers the freedom to choose. In school, we consider the teachers as the second mother. It is good to give them a freedom on how they stand the responsibilities of the students inside the school premises. The next and the last issue is discipline issues. The zero-tolerance approach rather than the give them another chance policy cannot be applied universally. Some people, particularly parents and guardians, may be opposed to the zero-tolerance policy for reasons unknown to them, while others favor it. Both notions can be used at the same time in any educational institution. The zero-tolerance policy is utilized for aggressive and antisocial behavior in disciplinary behavior such as carrying firearms in school and bullying. But the second chance policy is used to encourage greater academic achievement. The second chance principle does not imply that the youngster should be spared at the rod and spoiled. The zero tolerance is those school policies that mandates predetermined policies or punishment for specific consequences have become the popular disciplinary choice. No opportunity to listen both sides. So by hearing only one side of the story, a person may get the whole or may not get the whole picture that had actually happened. And lastly, role of mass media. They inform and educate people. They also influence the way people work in the world and make them change their views. So how to overcome this issue? So these are the ways. First is society should stop pointing their fingers towards the teachers. Society should avoid blaming and do some finger pointing towards the teachers. Sometimes the problems are not on the teachers, it's on the students who learn some behaviors at home. That is why, in order to overcome the issue, we should stop pointing fingers towards the teachers and be dependent on the facts and evidence. Next is mass media should stop manipulate the issues. Social media are also one of the platforms why other issues are being manipulated because there are lots of manipulation happens inside the said media. To overcome this issue, we should be responsible enough to avoid this kind of manipulation. And lastly, parents should play their roles to raise their children. Setting limits and disciplining your child is a good start on how you raise your child for you to have children who is responsible and well-mannered so that they can learn that they are accountable for their behavior and learn some values. You should guide your children that could help them to change, grow, and mature. So that ends our video. Thanks for listening. Have a great day ahead.